What's good, y'all? My name is Marquez, and today we're going to be talking about how to escape the deadly place called
the friend zone.
Now, for those of you who don't know what the friend zone is, the friend zone is
hell.
No, I'm just kidding. It's the place where the guy becomes a girl. She only looks at him as a friend, and there's no chance of them ever dating. And what sucks is it is believed that there is no escape from the friend zone. And this can be true if you don't take the right action. Now, how does one get into
hell?
In order for you to get out, you have to understand how you got in. You get into the friend zone by being too nice. In order for you to be in the friend zone, you would be the guy that she goes to for advice, and you guys have become friends, but you've never really taken the action of pushing it further than just friends. And since you've taken so long to push it to the next level, she only sees you as a friend, and no one wants to get with their friend. Now, the question is, how do you get out of
hell
once you're there? I have a couple of tips or some advice for you guys to try and get out, because I have been in a couple relationships where I was in the friend zone, but I arose victorious.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind.
Yeah, I have gotten out of the friend zone a couple of times, and it made for really good relationships. I'm gonna be speaking from personal experience, and I can personally say that it is possible. It may take a while, but it is definitely doable. So guys, if you're in the friend zone, there's hope. I got you, brother. My first piece of advice for you guys to getting out of the friend zone would be to make this girl feel important. She knows she's at some level of importance in your life, and you're important to her life too, but you have to be the one to break that barrier of the friend zone and make it into the more than friend zone.
What?
Or let her know that she stands out from the rest of your friends. One can do this by asking her to hang out. I mean, yeah, sure, you guys have hung out before because you guys are friends, but make it a little obvious you're putting more effort into hanging out with her, that she's the person that you want to be hanging out with. But there's a big but here.
Like big butts, and I cannot lie.
You don't want to come off like too strong and push all this onto her, because it can overwhelm her on how you feel. You have to start off as just friends, and you have to keep it pretty friendly, just so that you kind of have an idea of how deep you are or whatever. You have to make sure she feels important, but she can't be too important. Let's say you guys have been hanging out and it's come to a point where she's asking you to hang out and you're asking her to hang out. My advice to you is to play kind of hard to get. And by that, I mean, don't just say yes right away when she asks, hey, you want to hang out today? Make her wait a little bit before you say yes. You kind of like say, I'm kind of busy at this time, but I'll let you know. The reason why this is kind of important, because as a friend, you can enjoy someone's company so much that you want to hang out with them all the time, and when they don't, you're kind of taken back by it. A girl, or people in general, want what they can't have. So you have to play kind of hard to get. My next piece of advice, truly care about her. Be there for her through all the hard things that she's going through, but you don't want to be the shoulder she comes to lean and cry on, because at that point, she's gonna see you as just your big teddy bear. Somebody to go to when she's crying about some other guy, that you're gonna be the guy that comforts her. Technically, you want to be the guy she goes to get over another guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Next is opening up. Obviously, you can't be so closed off and a super mystery where she feels like there's a barrier, a big barrier between you two that she will never be able to break through. You have to open up about some things, your personal life, show her that she is different and you're willing to tell her things that you might not tell anyone else. The next piece of advice I have for you guys is to flirt. Flirt like crazy. You have to be persistent with it. You have to throw it in during any conversation, but it can't be like the normal flirting that you would try and do with a girl you're trying to hit on. Like, this has to be personalized. You have to make her laugh. What seemed to work for me personally is the corny stuff. Because you guys are friends, you don't have that awkward stage. You can virtually say anything you want. You can stop a conversation and say,
hey, you're so beautiful.
Obviously, that wouldn't work on just any girl. But because you guys are friends, you have a little bit more room, you're at that comfortable stage. You can say corny stuff, you can mess up while you're flirting, and it's okay because you guys still have that friendship to fall back on. It is this flirting that makes or breaks the rest of your guys' relationship. And you have to have fun with it. It has to be fun on both sides. She has to feel like you're joking. You have to have that attitude like you are joking. But if you keep it persistent and you start to give hints that it's kind of serious, then she will take you seriously. It's so important and it is so fun. It is probably one of the best things that you can do. It's one of those things that if you guys do end up together, you can look back on and just laugh together. And with all of the flirting and making her feel important, I know it may seem scary because you don't want to risk losing the friendship if she doesn't feel the same way, but you have to take risks. You cannot just try and go into this safe, make her feel uncomfortable in the slightest of good ways. You have to show that you know her the best and you can take care of her the best. You have to take risks. You have to open up to her, and at one point, and you can't really know when this is gonna be, but because there's no set time, you have to eventually confess your feelings to her. You have to make it known that through whatever is gonna happen next, whether you guys are friends or lovers, that you always have the friendship to fall back on. My final piece of advice, and this is the most important thing, confidence. You have to be confident. And what seemed to work for me when trying to battle the confidence thing and trying to get at a friend and being in the friend zone is pretending it doesn't even exist. If you kind of accept the fact that you're in the friend zone, that's already another barrier you have to try and break through. In your own head, you have to pretend it doesn't exist, like make her feel comfortable enough and not scared, and show her that she doesn't have to be afraid. You have to think of yourself as being in a comfortable place that makes you different from all other guys. She's comfortable with you and you have to use that to your advantage, and you can't do that confidently if you're categorizing yourself or putting yourself in the friend zone. Through being confident and pretending that the friend zone does not exist, that gives you the highest chance, and it makes it a lot easier for you to break through the friend zone. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I really want to know maybe your experience with the friend zone and if you made it out
Or not.
Oh, and a quick shout out to my boy Chris for creating the sick beat that played throughout this video. You guys should go check him out on SoundCloud. It's Sato Lotus, SATOLOTUS. I'll leave a link in the description, and they are really sick, so you guys should really go check it out. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, thanks. Peace.